Good afternoon, everyone. So far we learned lot on indices. Okay, and we did couple of questions under certain exercises. Under this, our next exercise is how to write an expression as difference of two squares. So let's begin how to do that. Indices exercise part 3. Write the following as expressions of difference of two squares. Okay, so these can be written as difference of two squares. 9x squared minus 25, 4y squared minus 1, as well as 25m squared minus 16n squared. Okay, let's check how could we do that. We know 9 is 3 squared and x squared is also there, minus 25 can be written like 5 square. 5 times 5, 25. Okay. So this square we can write it like this. Now 3 has square term and x has also square term. That means to the power 2 terms. So I am going to make 3x altogether to the square, as the index 2 is common to both 3 and x, minus 5 squared. If we are given an expression like this, we can write it as difference of two squares in this fashion. Okay, that is 3x minus 5 and 3x plus 5. If you are given a difference of squares like this, we can okay, so this is how we have to do. We can write this as difference of two squares. Same as here, we will take another example. 4y squared minus 1. 4 can be written like 2 squared, y squared equal minus 1 also can be written like 1 square. Now this square term of index 2 is common to both 2 and y. So I am going to write 2y within brackets and square outside. 1 also can be written like 1 square. Y, however much to the power 1 is equal to 1. This all means 1. 1 to the power 2 means 1 times 1, that is also 1. 1 to the power 3 means if you multiply 1 by itself 3 times, that is also 1. Same as 1 to the power 4, if you multiply 1 by 4 times, there also we get the same value. So we can write 1 as 1 squared as well. 1 can be written like 1 squared. Now square term is common to both 2 and y, so 2y altogether squared minus y 1 squared. This is the answer here. Okay, and our final example. And our final example is 25m squared minus 16n squared. So 25 can be written like 5 squared m squared minus 16 means 4 squared n squared. 25m squared can be written like 5 squared m squared, 16n can be written like 4 squared n squared. Now we can write this as difference of two squares. 25m squared means 5 squared m squared, where square is common to both 5 and m. 16n squared means 4 squared n squared, and this square term is common to both 4 and n. So this is the answer. Okay, 25m squared can be written like 5m altogether squared, 16m squared can be written like 4n altogether squared. Minus term is in between. Difference of two squares. Now we will go for sums. Now we will go for sums. Okay. X squared minus 25. Our first sum is x squared our first sum is x squared minus 25. X squared minus 25. X squared minus 25. X squared is x squared. 25 can be written like 5 square. So x squared minus 25 can be written like x squared minus 5 square. This is the answer. Second question. 9 minus y square. 9 means 3 times 3 or 3 squared minus y squared. This is the answer. Third question. 36m squared. 36m squared minus 4. 36 means 6 squared. M squared means m squared or times m squared minus 2 squared. Square term can be taken out, so 6m altogether squared minus 2 squared. 36m squared means 36 means 6 squared, m squared means m squared. Square term is common to both 6 and m, so 6m altogether squared is 36m squared. And 4 means 2 squared. So this is how we write the expression in as an expression of two squares, difference of two squares. Okay. Next. Next is 25 minus a square. Fourth question is 25 minus a square. 25 means 5 square. 5 times 5 is 25 minus a square. This is the answer for this. 25 can be written like squares of 5. A square is a square. So as an expression of two squares means this is 5 squared minus a square. Next. Next is 16y square. 16y square minus 9m square. 16 means 4 square times y square equals, minus 9 means 3 square times m square. 16y square can be written like 4 square times y square. 9m square can be written like 3 square times m square. And now I am going to make it as 4y altogether squared. Y square term is common to both 4 and y. Minus 3 times m is 3m altogether square. So this is the answer here. Difference of two squares. 4y altogether squared and 3m altogether squared. Sixth question. 100m squared minus 9n squared. Minus 9n squared. 100 means 10 square times m squared minus 9 means 3 square times n square. 10 and m altogether it is 10m altogether squared minus 3n altogether squared. This is the answer. 64n squared 64n squared minus 1. 64 can be written like 8 squared times n squared minus 1 means 1 squared. 64 can be written like 8 times 8 or 8 squared. 64 is a square number. What is that? 8 squared. So 8 squared times n squared means 64n squared minus 1 can be written like square of 1. 1 times 1, so it is 1 squared. Now this is 8n altogether squared minus 1 squared. This is the answer here. Next. Next is 81 x squared minus 36y squared. 81 is a square number. Which square number? 9 square number. That means 9 squared is 81. So I am going to write x81 as 9 squared times x squared minus 36 means 6 squared, 6 times 6. 36 is the 6th square number, 6 squared times y squared. Square term is common to both 9 and x. So 9x altogether squared minus 6y altogether squared. This is the answer here. Next question. Next question is 1 minus 100 x squared. Okay, 1 can be written like 1 square. Okay, 1 is equal to 1 times 1 no 1 square. We can write 1 as 1 square here. Okay, and 100 means 10 square number 10 square. Okay, 10 times 10 is 100. So 100 can be written like 10 square. 100 x squared can be written like 10 square times x squared. 100 x squared can be written like 100 times x squared. Instead of 100 I write 10 squared times x squared. We keep the 1 square the way it is. 10 times x is 10x. I keep combine it like that. Square term is outside. As square term is common to both 10 and x all together. So this is equal to 1 squared minus 10x all together square. Next is xii. On final question. 225 minus 49 x squared. Okay, what is 225? How can we find that? 225 is a square number. Which square number? That is the problem. I gave you a table. According to that, if you can memorize, 225 means 15 squared. 15 times 15 is 225. Okay, so if you multiply 15 by itself, we get 225. 49 means 7 squared. 7 times 7 is 49 times x squared. We keep 15 squared out as the first square. Second square means minus 7x, and square term is common to both 7x. So you can write it like this. Okay, let me check whether 15 is the 225 is a square number. Okay, 225. Okay, is it divisible by 2? Okay, least prime factor. No, it's an odd number. Will it be divisible by 3? I think so. Let me check. 3 times 7 is 21. Okay, 21 to 22. Yes, a remainder 1 and 5 together 15, 3 times 5. Okay, 225 divided by 3 means 3 times 7, 21. Difference is 1, like in here, and 5 comes down. So it takes like 15. How many 3s? 5 3s. So this is the answer. 75 is also divisible by 3. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6. 6 to 7, the remainder is 1. 1 and 5 to the 15, 3 times 5 is 15. 75 can be also divisible by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 7 minus 6, 1. We get this one here. 1 and 5 we combine. Now it is 15. Here also it is 15. 15 means 3 times 5. And here also it is like that. But 25 is not divisible by 3. Okay, it is divisible by 5. So our next prime factor is 5. First prime factor is 2. It is not divisible by 2. So we have to take the next prime factor, which is 3. If it is not divisible by 3, then we have to go to the next least prime factor. That is 5. If it is not divisible by 5, then we have to go to next prime factor, which is 7. Then 11, likewise, we have to do the prime factorization to find whether 225 is a square number. 5 times 5 and 5 is also divisible, so it is like that. So 225 can be written like 3 times 5 times 5. 2 3s means 3 square times 2 5s multiplied with each other means 5 square. Okay, so this means 3 times 5 altogether square. 3 times 5 is 50. This is the answer. We can write 2 3 slash 3 square, 2 5 slash 5 square as a product of 2 squares. Then I keep the product inside the brackets and keep the square term outside. So 3 times 5 means 15, 15 altogether square. So I proved that 225 is 15 square. Okay. That's it for today. Thank you very much.